Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. Oh boy, it's getting cold. Five seconds till open. Price has not touched the gold zone yet. We're in an uptrend structure. We're in an uptrend structure. Say one day you'll leave this world behind. So live a life you will remember. So prices at the high of previous day. At the high of previous day, we're in an uptrend. We're above the 500. Look at that move yesterday. That move yesterday. Price stayed above perp the entire time. Oh boy, it's getting cold as shit here in Portland. So, you guys already know, if we haven't touched the gold zone all day since Asia and London, we'll get magnetized towards one of them. We're in an uptrend structure right now, right? So, I would not be surprised if we head up. My only thing is the high of the day, right? Our high of the day, 5:20-ish a.m. Look left, that is the high of yesterday. So if we don't want to break above here, that makes a lot of sense. We quickly went oversold, which is good to know. We are above all of our MAs right now. Big volume to the top side. Some big support here. Let's see if we get this support to the bottom, this wick to the bottom. If we get above perp, that'll put us back into this uptrend. If we look at, if we break the high of the day, we have 1, 2, 3 days of goals, our one gold zone. That's if we go to the top side. If we reject and don't go up, then we'll probably just come right back down. We were in that downtrend channel. The downtrend channel was real. But for price to push up over here, this is that same kind of like order block area, which is why I have this big purple rectangle still on the 1 hour. It's the big old 1 hour order block area that we never broke, but we are getting some volume. 25 seconds left. Big volume. No, look to the top. There's volume though. Something's going on. Ooh, doji, big doji. So wick to the bottom. We got the buying volume. But let's see if we will make up our mind. Pretty big volume here. The hair is stuck on my tongue. Big volume off that uptrend. So we're in that uptrend structure. If we break the high, like I was saying, we've got previous days R1s, or whatever that is, whatever P gold zone, R1 gold zone. We just came from being oversold. They say one day you'll leave this world behind, so live a life you will remember. So we're pushing to the high of the day, rejecting it. Looks like we're fighting it right now. So if we can get this break, we already know what's more likely to happen. But we're not getting the complete break yet. We're getting the rejection to the top. So push above perp, wick to the top. If we can just get above level, we'll be Gucci. If not, we'll reject this area and possibly still come down. I'll be right back. price trying to make that push. The big rejection. So let's be careful what we want to do here. I'd love to see it break up, but a wick like that is very cautious. Nice volume correction. So as price is making this push up, price is making its push up right here, trying to break and stay above the high of the day. We're at that level. We're getting some rejection here. And I'm exiting. So price probably may still continue up, but I'm not going to take this chance here at the high of the day and the rejection. So I'm exiting a solid 170. So what is that? 240. I was as much as almost 500 in profit, but I'm exiting at 340 in profit here on this rejection. I'll possibly enter again if I see price support off of perp, but I'm not going to hold blindly as price is rejecting the level right there. I did. You know that, bro? Did you? Does that seem too early? Does it seem too early or does it seem right? Right? When we think about based off of deduction. Exactly. So if you have the uptrend line drawn, and it was what? It was since yesterday. Me too. So I got the one call at 6:30 as price is pushing up off of the trend line at 6:35. That's where I entered in for more contracts. And now look at this rejection here. So I'm pretty happy with me deciding to move stop loss into profit at the level. What do we got here? So big rejection. And once again, this is a good area to be cautious because, well, it's an area where price went to and then rejected and came down. Today we have visual indication of a high of yesterday. Before 6:30 shot up, we had the high of today. Price did make its move above perp, and it did go above the high of the day, but you can't. You gotta move stop loss into profit. Like, that's why level is there. I almost didn't because I was in the bathroom. I'm glad the moment I saw price started moving above, I was like, oh shit. Let me go ahead and wipe my ass and get to the computer. So now we got this big old rejection. But that's why we have levels. That's why we have gold zones. Those are where we put our stop losses into profit and we stay safe. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm out 170, so that's $340 in less than 20 minutes. Let's see what we do here. I mean, the thinking is still we got to hit one of these gold zones, but we're still in this uptrend structure, so I'm not going to take a sell off until we truly break. But this is a pretty fat rejection, and if you didn't move stop loss into profit when price broke the level, that's your fault. That's your fault. Let that be a lesson. If you did or didn't move stop loss into profit, let that be a lesson. I took it to the high of the day. Nice. Yeah, I like to. So I'm still, every day it's different, but if if 6:30 and 6:35 are green liddy candles, I'm going to give it the opportunity to break the high, right? And I know it's a tough decision. It feels like a tough decision because, well, you want to be safe, but just remember every support and every resistance has been broken. Like, it's a fact. It's a fact. Every support, every resistance has been broken since the dawn of time of trading and stocks. So, just like yesterday, right? Yesterday, that big push, right? Outside of the downtrend. If we didn't give price that opportunity to break, well, we wouldn't have reaped the rewards of that full gold zone push. Um, Nothing wrong with exiting, but just look for reasons to stay in the trade, you know, to make a little bit more. I mean, it's a good wick, don't get me wrong. It's a good wick at 635 to exit. I just always I try to let I try to let Liddy candles and perp dictate my decision a little bit more than my emotions, and that's just purely to try to make the most, right? Because even if I did that yesterday, if I just listened to perp, I would have taken that all the way up to R2, right? So that's what I'm trying to be more comfortable with is waiting that long, but I also don't want to wait that goddamn long. So I will always take my normal gold zone to gold zone push and move stop loss into profit. So, but if you guys ever feel like you are not consistently profitable or consistently seeing, your account go up, make sure you guys are looking at the reasons, are you exiting too early? Are you having FOMO and then you're taking your losers? Like whatever it is, pay attention to it because it'll help you. So we're getting some support here off the same trend line again. We're still in an uptrend structure, big volume. Do we have news? Is that is that what's making things? So 5:30 we had the New York index, the SMI. That's about it. So this makes it, for me now the decision is tough to make because do we still believe in this uptrend after a big ass rejection? Well, now looking at that kind of, yeah. Let's see. Pushing us back above perp. And remember, I like to always look at price relative to perp, right? Price relative to perp, like what is it doing? Like is it wanting to stay above? Is it wanting to break below? What is it wanting to do? And I know the hardest part when we are on perp is to trust which direction we're going to go. And of course, we need to use some context clues. We need to use other indicators. What are we? We're above the 500. Our MAs are spread out pretty well. We just came from being oversold, uptrend line, breaking the high, possibly. That's really what we're fighting against, is breaking this high. So we got 25 seconds left. I'm gonna plug in my Xbox. At least we got some action early in the morning. Darling, hold my hand. Welcome to your Jet 2 holiday. So are we gonna break back above? What are we going to do? To believe that price is gonna break up is kind of tough here, right? We are above. I mean, and the only thing that I'm considering is we haven't touched the gold zone, right? We haven't touched the gold zone. Price is trending up. You know, if you had to take a wild guess on where you think price is going to finish, well, what do you think? So possibly that rejection that we got there at like what 645 might have just been a bamboozle, right? Charts love to bamboozle us. It loves to make us think that what we initially thought was not correct, even though it's correct, right? It's just a psychology fuckery that the charts likes to do to us. So it rejected down, supporting off that same uptrend line, pushing us through perp, pushing us through the high of the day. Now look at it. Now what are we more likely to do now, right? Gold zones up in this area. So it's basically the same entry. And remember, what the charts like to do, the charts love to make us feel like we were wrong. So don't let that happen. And even if you are wrong, well, accept it and move on. But don't let that keep you from continuing, the entries. Beautiful push. Beautiful push. Darling, hold my hand. See, that first entry I was in, I got in as much as like almost 600 doll hairs. And then it rejected. So there's the push, guys. There's our finished push. I'm telling you, what do we know? When price hasn't touched the gold zone, we'll get magnetized towards one of them. Darling, hold my hand. This is your Jet 2 holiday. Something, 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 ghetto assy, something. So we got price broken through. How many pips would that be? So low of today to R1-ish. Low of today to where we're at right now is about 4,000 pips. About 3,800 so. Once again, looking at this area, which we've dropped down. Every time we've gotten into this area, we've rejected. So that's got me kind of, like, not trusting moving up. And remember, this is a game of averages. This is a game of ratios. This is a game of we're not fortune tellers. This is a game of we see specific patterns, we take it, we ride it, we're done, right? We're never ever going to be 100% sure of where the full move is going to be made, but we know within the juice we can at least take our 1,000, 2,000 pips. We got a little bit of rejection here. Liddy candle, second candle, Liddy green. So I'm in this entry already. I am not at a high lot size. I'm at one contract. I'm in at one contract because I've already made $340 on the opening entry. I am in one contract and my stop loss is in at $5.50. Stop loss in profit. And why am I doing that? Well, I want to play out the strategy. It is another support. I wanted to see if it's going to break. We're breaking. I'm going to ride this out, see if we head up to our normal R1 gold zone push. It's healthy. I don't care it's only one contract. It's healthy for me to play out the strategy. Second entry here is we have the same movement off the uptrend line. Got a little bamboozle there after price shot up a little. I guess I would consider it BRC. Price broke retest and is continuing up right now. I'm only getting in at one contract. First entry, 340 for the day. I'm a true believer in we got to play out the strategy. We haven't touched the gold zone. And anytime we haven't touched the gold zone, I'm very confident that price is going to get magnetized towards one of these gold zones. And today, as we're in an uptrend, I'm believing that it is to the top side. So I am currently floating in profit on this entry, 40 bucks. Stop loss is in profit, $5.50. So at least on this entry, that's $11 locked in. If I exit right now, that's about 80 bucks. So as we're heading up towards the level, I will start moving stop loss into profit, because even at one contract, we treat this as if it is worth 10 contracts. Juice Strat, baby. So as we are hitting this level, I am moving. As we are approaching this level, I am moving stop loss into profit. Even more. Oh, looks like we're rejecting. So I'm just going to take it right there. Another $65. So 340 plus 65. 340 plus 65. So I'm up 405 for the day. I'm good. I'm done. I can live a freaking magnificent life like that. Well, I'm done for the day, guys. Why do I not really want to hold on more? Who can tell me why I don't want to hold on anymore? Somebody tell me. Well, yeah, so I can sleep. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Yuzo. But trading wise, indications, why am I not wanting to hold on to the top side? Come on, mother shucker. Who can tell me? What do I do when I'm looking? Wicking level? what do I see? What's going on in my head? What would I be telling you guys? What would I be telling you guys to do to look where? Thank you. With your wise ass go to sleep answer. Yes. So we're creeping up on previous day R3, this level. But look left. Look left and look at all of those times that we have rejected this area. Now, like I just said, we're gonna break or we're gonna bounce, supports and resistances. I am not one to hold blindly when I can physically see where price has rejected before. Price is moving up, normal shit. Once again, even if we're waiting for this candle right here, 7 o'clock, that just closed with a flat top, you'd be stop loss in profit at this level, and that's it. So I initially saw more wicks than I saw buying volume, so I exited, and that's it. Now let's see, are we going to get the full push to R1? Either way, stop loss would be in profit here at this level, and Gucci. But I'm never, when we don't know, right? We never know if it's going to break. So we always have to, aid on the side of caution. And I don't care. And you guys know, gold zones are zones, right? They're represented in lines, but they are zones. So very rarely will you see that I stay in the entry all the way to the gold zone. I'll always move stop loss because stop loss will probably have a level, or I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I'll always exit a little bit before a gold zone unless it pushes hard like yesterday. And remember, when the gold zones are closer together, right? Like if you look at yesterday's gold zone, S2 to P is pretty much the size of P to R1 today. So let's see, S2 to P, it's about 4,500 pips. RP to R1 is more than that. It's like 6,300. So when we got, large gold zones, I will aid on the side of caution, like I said, and I will move. And it's all about the volume too, right? Yesterday's volume, it was just beautiful after we bounced up, took it, and when we got closer to S1 gold zone, that is price pushing us above perp. So that is nice to hold on to. At this point in time, where price is kind of rejecting the current level, we've already moved away from perp. Perp always, makes me feel comfortable. And look at that, R1 is pretty much already touched. That's the move, guys. That's the move. If you look at where we entered in, right? So I entered in at 630 off the doji. What am I looking at? I'm looking at level support off of the uptrend line, at least to this next level, which is 1,000 pips, right? As price rejects and comes down to that same spot, well, I'm re-entering again, believing that it's going to be the break of the high and this level, and we're going to move up to at least the next level. So remember, in the whole grand scheme of things, I always want to take my level to level. Like the level to level is 1,000 pips guaranteed, right? That's why the levels are there. Imagine if we didn't have levels, right? Turn levels off and look at your screen. It doesn't feel as safe. The levels are just, it's like the rungs of a ladder. We can visually see the rungs of the ladder stepping up. Trading's easy, guys. Trading is easy. There's no other job that we can make $400 in 30 minutes doing pretty much nothing. Just believing in the charts. Anybody have any questions? We're pulling up on 7 a.m. here in beautiful Portland, Oregon. It is still dark as hell outside. Yesterday was a solid day. Today was a solid day. All the days are solid. Tell your guys self that. All the days are solid. Finally feels like a normal day. Every day is a normal day, bro. Every day is a normal day. Even when I tell you guys it feels like a wonky day or volume is off, just remember that shit's normal. That shit's normal. We're expecting that, right? And I only want you guys to continue to have a positive mindset about every day being normal, even when we range, even when there's bamboozling going on, is because I don't want you guys to ever come to the charts filled with fear, right? Even if it's 1% fear, I do not want that. I want you guys to come on here knowing that you guys are going to take your same entries, knowing that no matter if it's a win or a loss, if it is a wonky day, we're going to be perfectly fine. You know, think of us as an army. Think of us as a little army that has a strategy, and we have the technology and firepower that no matter what, and yes, yeah, there are going to be some casualties. there are. You're going to get hurt, but you're not going to die. That's the way I look at it. We are a country, we're going to war, and we have everything we need. It's like Elysium. I just watched Elysium again. And Elysium in the movie, they have these little pod things that they can, like, even if you get your face blown off, you can still go right in the machine and you can get like a new face made in minutes. So that's how I look at this trading. Like with this strategy, yeah, we might take some beatings, but we're always going to get repaired, and we're always going to get put on a good path. What time was my second entry? You tell me, Yuzo. You tell me where my second entry was. It's pretty easy. Where was my second entry? What time? 6:50. Correct. 6:50 is literally like taking 6:30 or 6:35. Right? It's the same entry twice. And why is it the same entry twice? Well, because it's pretty much the same support off of the same trend line, off of the same perp. Why? Okay, somebody tell me why I didn't take the sell. Why did I not take the sell? Right? Because that's a pretty big, it's a pretty big volume candle at 6:45. Why did I not take it? More importantly, why did you guys not take it? Structure, correct. We're in an uptrend structure since Asia London. Trend line, correct. Uptrend structure, uptrend line. It goes right into it. Like, yes, if price was like halfway outside of this trend line, I would be like, yeah, we're getting into the downside. And don't get me wrong, this is a good area to consider getting in for a sell because we are at the level and we are at the high of the day. So if we did break down below this uptrend line, this uptrend structure, I would say let's get in. But it doesn't break. It pushes in two. So the way we look at the structure, the way we look at the uptrend line is that it is like a wall. It is a wall that can be broken, but until the wall breaks, we have to treat it as if it's a real freaking wall, right? And until we bounce off. And okay, let's get a little bit deeper. Other than the uptrend structure, why would I not want to enter in at 6:45? Looking at the data, what what do I have that would keep me from wanting to enter? Oh, what happened to my... Give me 1 second. One of my monitors just shut off. What the heck? One moment, please. Okay, there, we're back. So Liddy, what is Liddy at that time? I think Liddy did go red at that one. So no, it's not Liddy. It's not perp. Look at the data. What is the data? What am I looking at 6:45 that tells me not yet? If we're waiting to break something, what am I looking at 6:45 that we haven't broken yet? Other than structure, other than... Thank you. Ruben, hailing all the way from beautiful London, England, with the beautiful layup. It hasn't broke 630. Big wick to the bottom. What does wicks tell us? Wicks tell us price doesn't want to go down. Even if we took away the uptrend line, even if we weren't in an uptrend structure, even if we didn't have perp there, even if we didn't have level there, it would be really hard for me to want to believe to take a sell until price has broken that area, right? So all of that, right? We gotta, all of those things we reinforce. Uptrend line 1, level 2, 630 wick 3, perp 4. We're above the 505. We just came from being oversold at 630, 7, 6. Was that 6 or 7? Don't trust me with counting. But we're above 5 for 5 reasons to not believe in selling off yet. So just based off of deduction, which is what I tell you guys to think about, right? And that's how you should think. Well, if we have all those reasons to believe price doesn't want to go down, then where is price likely to go? Today's a fairly easy day, and I want you guys to realize that, and I know you guys know that. Take that into every day, though, right? All these things that we look at, reasons to not get into the sell, stay disciplined to that, right? Because there are days that you guys enter into things because you guys get excited that price made a motion that it wants to go someplace when it really didn't. So, once again, be patient. Even with my entries today. My entries today off 630, I didn't enter into all my contracts until 635. On 650, I didn't even enter into more than one contract. Why? Because we have the high of the day. Not only do we have the 510, we have this area of the level that we needed to break before I add contracts. And yes, we did break right here at 655, but I'm not going to add contracts on a wick, right? That wick is almost half the size of that candle at 655. I'm not entering into more contracts off that. As price pushes up on the next candle, 7 o'clock, we're already at the next level. It's too late. It's too late for me to add contracts. Remember, this is just about being responsible. It's about being responsible. It's about not losing money. Remember, the goal is we're going to make money. That's why we trust the process, right? Don't think about the profits. Don't think about what you're going to make. Think about how you're going to save the money you've made, right? My only thoughts getting in at 650 again is to not risk all that I just won. And if I know, because tell me what could have happened at 650. What is the worst thing that could have happened? And then it would have probably made all of you guys be like, oh shit, I'm done with the day. What could have happened at 650 that you guys would be like, oh man, oh, it's a hard day now. Oh, I don't know. What could happen in this area? And what has happened before? We could have wedged. Like we could have wedged, we could have rejected this area, right? Because we have seen that happen before, many times. So what do you do? Especially if you're in already at 6:30 and you've made money, what do you do to make sure that you don't lose money and you don't have a bad experience at 6:50? Well, you don't risk it all. You don't risk it all until the charts tells you that it wants to really go up. Remember, I'm a firm believer in letting these candles speak to you guys. Speak. Let it speak to us. Let it tell us what it wants to do. We do nothing. I come in the charts every day. I'm not the smartest person. I'm not the brightest person. Yes, I got a lot of street smarts, but I'm not the most intelligent person. But what I am is I am very disciplined and I am very observative. Observing these candles, reading them, figuring out what it wants to tell me, I'm really good at it. And that's what you guys are all working on doing as well. Is being patient. Stop letting your emotions get in the way. This is not you guys making the decisions. This is the juice strat. The juice strat makes the decisions. You guys are just there clicking the buttons. That's about it. Pulling up on 720. Price hit R1 gold zone. It did everything that we were expecting it to do, right? Who in here, other than maybe Valerie, who in here did not expect this to touch R1 gold zone? Anybody? Did anybody not expect this to go to R1 gold zone? And be honest. Because if you say yes, you're out. I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? Who did that? Everybody was expecting this to go to R1. And more importantly, everybody was expecting this to go to a gold zone, right? And that's all. That's it. We haven't touched the gold zone. We'll get magnetized towards one of them. I like the days when we haven't touched the gold zone because I know for a fact 100% we're going to go towards one of them. Luckily today we had the uptrend structure, so it's kind of easy to see where we're probably going to go. And then we reinforce it with all the reasons to get in. So we're pulling up on 53 minutes on this stream. I got a whopping 5 viewers today on YouTube. Hello, YouTubers. You guys are quite quiet out there in the YouTubeosphere. But for those of you that don't know who I am, my name's Ed. I trade using the Juice Strat. I trade the US30. Depending on what broker you're on, it could be called the Dow Jones, US30, DJI. I trade this exclusively every day, Monday through Friday, 6:30 Portland, Oregon time, West Coast, 9:30 New York Open, and I'm pretty damn good at it. So I've been trading for just about 15 years now, and I haven't had a day job in about a decade. So for those 5 viewers, whether you know me or not, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm on here every day. If it's a boring day, I'll be playing Marvel's Rivals here on this monitor for you all to see. And yeah, if anybody has any questions, I'm not as active on YouTube other than just trading live. So if you do want to ask me any questions, please add me on Instagram, Edward. I am very active on my Instagram. So once again, that's Edward. I'll type it in the chat for you guys. But yeah, I'm an open book. I've been doing this for 15, 16 years now going on. And I'm good at it. I'm good at it. I'm consistent. The way I teach it, I think, is relatively easier than anybody else who teaches it. And yeah, if I'm able to play games and do this, I think anybody can do this. Instagram at Edward. Maybe I should put that in my YouTube bio already. I'm so lazy with YouTube, even though I know YouTube's a big thing. But oh well. My main thing is I trade and how I trade works, so I don't need to put marketing into this. I make enough money. Alrighty, guys. It is pulling up once again 55 minutes. We're about an hour. Today we'll cut this short at 7:30 in about 6 minutes. So, and why am I done? Well, the initial push happened, right? We trade based off of average. That is the average push that I was expecting today. That's it. Whatever happens after this, good for the world. Good for the world. But remember, we're going to trade what we know. And I know that after the initial push, we might range, we might reject, we might do some weird stuff. And I'm not going to be here for it. I'm starting to take some magnesium at night to sleep better and recover from my Achilles tendon. And man, this thing is making me feel very relaxed. That's all I can say. It's just different. And Valerie, I will be sure to message me. I'm not sure if Isaiah gave you my phone number yet, but have him give you my phone number, and let's carve out some time so I can talk to you. The sooner the better, and just to kind of go over things. I know he's gone over probably the basics with you, but I definitely want to talk with you so you can get a good overall idea of what and how we're doing what we're doing. And at a bare minimum, I'm here for you. So I want to answer any questions you might have and just put you on the right path. So, and like I tell everybody at the beginning who starts doing this, be easy on yourself. Be patient with yourself. Understand that this is something new and different, and sometimes new and different feels weird, but this is a good weird, I promise. Ride it out, and it'll be the best weird feeling you ever got yourself into. So, but it's definitely makes some time to talk. I'd love to get to know you. For the majority of people who learn to trade from me, the better I know them, the better I can kind of tailor how I communicate to you. So, sometimes people are receptive in different ways. Sometimes I have to put some powder on my hand and slap Yuzo. And then sometimes I have to caress them, like a big baby. Come on, everybody. I love Yuzo. Everybody needs a Yuzo in their life. But good stuff. So yeah, I'm not expecting much from this day after this, right? We already made a little rejection of R1 gold zone. At this point, it's tough because we wouldn't know if we're going to range or not, right? Like anybody who saw that rejection there would be, first thing they would say is, oh, let's get into the downside. But we got perp that's underneath. Well, we're not going to enter in for a sell. Like, we just can't. Volume's lower right now, so it is what it is. I mean, there are some things going for us. We are overbought. Cross lines, Lily candles are dancing. R1 is rejecting, but we're done. We're done. The initial push happened. And yes, Valerie, it might sound like a whole nother language right now, but I promise you, give it a week or two and everything will fall into place with like the lingo that we use. The one thing I tell everybody is at the beginning it sounds like a whole new language, but it is going to sound just like English. Give it some time. We say the same things every day. Everything is repetitive. That's what I like about this. So for anybody that is even a little bit, analytical, I think trading is the best because we do the same thing every day. And all you have to do is recognize what we're doing. We say the same things. We look for the same things. The data stays the same. The indicators stay the same. It is the most trustworthy thing when you have the data that speaks for itself. That's why I love trading. I mean, you guys know I love trading because it's results driven. It is data driven. There is no way that you can mess this up other than yourself, and that is something that you'll soon learn, Val, is it you can learn the strategy quickly. Hey, Miss Chris, have a good night. well, good morning, sleep well, is that you will learn the strategy and you will learn what we do very easily, but it's all about, controlling the emotions when it comes to trading. So, I think everybody can do it, though. I think everybody can do it. I wouldn't be sitting here every morning with everybody if I didn't think you guys can do it. So, alrighty, guys, we're pulling up. I got a minute left on this day, 30 seconds. If nobody has any questions, I'm going to GTFO. I'm going to go to the gym. The sun's finally peeking through, so I bet it's cold as hell outside right now. I need to layer up. I say that, but then I'm going to go in shorts and a shirt to the gym. Laters, Ruben. Laters, Ruben. I'm considering going to London actually for New Year's Eve. I got to go back already on the 28th. I'm supposed to come back in December. And then I'm considering going to London, Paris, or maybe Australia for New Year's Eve. I'm not sure yet. Laters, Yuzo. Alrighty. I'll take the fact that it's more quiet than not, as everybody is Gucci. I'm gonna call it a day here then. I'm gonna kind of hurry up and get to the gym. Valerie, I don't know what your schedule is today, but after I'm done at the gym, I'm pretty open for the day. So you let me know if today works at any point, and if not, you let me know when works for you. So, like I said, I'm an open book, and my phone number, which is Isaiah, should be able to give it to you. Um, get in touch with me there. So beautiful. I hope today wasn't too overwhelming. Don't let the charts overwhelm you. You'll be fine. Be patient, be easy on yourself with this whole process, because it is a delicate process. Nick, Irfan, Brandon, Jesus, everybody's Gucci. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you guys on the charts tomorrow, Thursday, 6:30 New York Open. And I look forward to receiving your text, Valerie. Everybody else, YouTube peoples, I'm out skis. Enjoy your guys' day. Once again, I took 2 entries, ending the day. What am I ending the day? 340? No. 340 was the first entry. So 430, 65 plus 340. So I'm ending the day 405 in 30 minutes. 405 in 30 minutes. That's a good $800 an hour. Laters, Nick. Alrighty, everybody. Have a good day. I will catch you guys tomorrow, New York Open, and enjoy your day. Laters, everybody.